Hey y'all, how's it going? It's Cyber Saloon. The birds are chirping, the weather's starting to finally warm up, and the pollen is there to make sure we're not too happy. It's finally spring season, y'all. I'm finally glad it's kind of starting to warm up outside. The weather's finally starting to light up a little bit here, but that also means we also are rolling into a new anime season. So I thought this winter season that we had was honestly, it was good overall. I don't think it was as poppin' as what we got in summer and fall of last year. I thought last summer and fall were just, those were going to be hard to top. We had so many great shows, so many sequel series that also came out around that time. But nevertheless, there's some shows that definitely were cooking this season. I'm just going to go ahead and start off what shows I thought were kind of the best this season, which one I kind of would recommend the most, and then kind of the what I thought overall of the season. The best show this season for the winter anime season, in my opinion, it was a continuing series from fall, but it was Danmachi Season 5. Danmachi Season 5, probably after the initial first season, is probably my favorite season we've gotten of the show. I loved the second season. I loved the third season. The fourth one was okay for me. I hate how it's split up, but I still like the fourth season. It's great. But this season, honestly, is probably the best, in my opinion, that we've gotten. I really love this season. There was so much that happened this season. I feel like there's a lot of good story progress that happened this season. From the stuff with Seer and Freya, finding out that it was part of her, I thought had a good emotional impact. And then, of course, the war game, which JC Staff extended to this season to kind of end it off. And I thought it was an absolutely just banger of the last 4 to 5 episodes that we've had. I love the way that it ended. Especially Mamma Mia being a part of the Freya family is something I don't know if I feel like they probably hinted at it, but when I found out and I'm watching her get to fight Ortorol, I love Ortorol. Ortorol is such the GOAT. The final fight with Ortorol, especially for everything that kind of built up during this season, to that final fight, it felt so awesome. It felt so deserved. Like, to just watch that kind of clash at the end, and just to go show how goated the Freya Familia truly is. They sent the entirety of Aurora at the Freya Familia, and they still bodied most of them. It was a great climax, from both an action standpoint, from the war game we got at the end, to the emotional stuff with Freya. I thought the Belle and Freya stuff, especially at the end, where she kind of had to realize that she had to let it go, and to kind of help her grow as a person. Especially the stuff with Seer was really good too. But even minor characters like Anna got a little bit of good development here. Alan was great too. Like, it gave a lot of depth into the Freya family and made me love him even more. My standout character of the season, though, was definitely Hedden. I loved Hedden, especially at the end when they're all fighting Ortorol and he's throwing those giant lightning storms down, and like he's like this genius strategist, and just Ortorol just going off on him. Oh my god! From the big action scenes that we got in the war game, to the big impactful stuff when you saw Hestia break Freya's curse over the city with that. It was great. To the emotional stuff with Freya and Belle. One of the best seasons we've gotten of Danmachi, in my opinion. The second best after the first season. Hope JC Staff keeps cooking with it, because they did a banger job this season. Can't wait for more. Coming off the tails of another sequel series that's coming in from fall is ReZero Season 3, the second half of it. Overall, I thought it was a really great season. I actually liked it more in Season 2. Season 1 of ReZero is probably one of my favorite seasons of any anime, just because of how just shocking it was and just all the stuff that happened. But season 2 I liked, but I felt like it dragged a little bit. But I still love Season 2, especially the payoff, the horror of the rabbit horde, and the stuff with Amelia I thought really paid off. But it dragged a little bit in some places. Season 3 does a little bit, but I think it pays off more. Season 3 I loved a lot because I loved the antagonists. I thought Regulus and Capella and the Archbishop of Wrath were really, really good antagonists for the season. Shout out especially to Capella. I mean, I watched the sub, and you can tell Capella just had an absolute blast with her role. She sounded absolutely just out of her mind. Just absolutely just batshit. Same, Regulus was having a lot of fun too. It's just this self-centered, just arrogant, he was having a lot of fun with his role too, especially when he just got the sauce beat out of him, dude. It was great. I like the new characters too. I liked Liliana a lot. I like too that we got a little bit more in depth into some of the other characters. We got more. I'm glad we got more stuff with Priscilla, and especially Al. I like Al. I like Priscilla. Even some of the other candidates for the throne as well, I thought was really good too. like all the different families. Like the girl with the purple hair, she's a contender. She's like she even helped in even the stuff with Krush too. The stuff with Subaru, like taking her dragon like blood. But I think the real standout of the season is Reinhardt. Reinhardt is my favorite character in ReZero. I love Reinhardt. It's no disrespect towards anyone else. I love Subaru. I love Julius. I love Amelia. I think Amelia has gotten a lot of good character development. I think to where she was kind of just, a little bit of a damsel in season 1. I think she's come a long way, especially from this season especially. She's definitely put in some work. The part she beats up Regulus was really good. And just... oh man, it was great stuff. And the way that it ended off on the cliffhanger too was just great, where it lured you in with the sweet music, we finally earned a respite. All of a sudden for Julius, to realize at the end with Julius, it's like, oh no. But thankfully we don't have to wait too long between seasons, kind of like we did last time. It looks like season 4 is already announced, so I'm super excited. But the stuff, I would say my standout, Reinhardt's my favorite character. I think he had a lot of good moments this season. But with the stuff with Reinhardt, with his grandma, with Wilhelm and his wife, I thought was the standout. I thought emotionally that was one of the best moments. I love that episode. But also, not to take away from Garfield, Garfield's stuff was really good too. Him finding his mom, like in this, her and her 2 kids, and how they kind of look up to him. Made a great fight scene too. You can tell White Fox had a lot of fun making the season. Overall, it's just a great season. Hit the right emotional notes with Regulus and all the shenanigans he's up to, from the just over-the-top stuff with Capella and the hard emotional moments with Reinhardt. And just Subaru being a little bit better at working with other people. I thought it did an absolutely great job. Highly recommend ReZero Season 3 too. I thought it was a really good continuation of the series. I'm really excited for Season 4. I love the new characters we get again. I love how it dived into like a little bit with Al, especially Priscilla. I feel like Priscilla got some good screen time too, but especially Reinhardt. But great season overall. So after the sequel series, I really only watched 2 others on the docket. So I watched Fruitmaster. Yeah, it's if you want to go to the kind of fantasy show that's kind of lighthearted, it's not isekai. Like, they're already in the world. It's not like they just get whisked away, but it's just, there's a power system that works. Honestly, mid, but hear me out. Mid doesn't always mean bad. I liked it. So I thought, it's kind of like, you eat this fruit, you get a power. Kind of a little bit, not too dissimilar from One Piece. But I don't know why, but I really liked Light and Lena, which is the main antagonist. It's the main protagonist and the main heroine. I thought Lena was a really cool character, and I thought Light was a kind of interesting main character. It was fun. Like, it was mid, but honestly, I would watch a season 2. If they announced a season 2, I'd probably watch it. I don't know what the odds are of that getting announced, but overall, I liked it. It was good. I thought Lena and Light were really fun too. Anya was really good too. It was like a daughter type character, the Light and Lena. But it was cool. It was an interesting show. The world was kind of interesting too. And the other one I watched was I Got Married to the Girl in the Class. I Got Married to the Girl I Hate the Most in my class. It was really good. I loved the first episode of this series. I thought that I would like it more. But hear me out. Overall, I thought it was good. I would 100% watch a season 2 of the show. My only problem, the art, I'm going to start with the positives here. The art style was great. You can tell, it's so it's so cute. All the chibi designs and everything were really fun. I love the art style for it. The character facial reactions, the voice acting was really good too. I can't praise the studio enough for doing a good job with just the overall production and just the way that everything looked. I really liked it. Shize was the standout character, 100%. My favorite character in the show. Shize is 100% on the spectrum. But in a great. She's hilarious. Her gags are hilarious to where she just shows up out of nowhere, and her stuff, she just has no filter in the stuff that she says, and they have to the little animated bits where they have to shove tape in her mouth and throw her away. You can tell the voice actors had a lot of fun with it too. I really like Shize. I like the main characters too. The only issue I kind of had with the show is it kind of turned into an NTR simulator. So Akane, the whole show was trying to cuck herself. Oh, what? My best friend and my sister want to jump your bones. Oh, okay, whatever. You can do it, I guess. And And like like her best friend and her sister like actively like literally tried to like jump her husband's. And I get it's an arranged marriage type of deal, but it's clear they both love each other. So that's what I mean. It's like, oh, it's not. It's like they clearly both love each other, and the fact that she kept just trying to cuck herself by like, oh, like my best friend and my sister are literally trying to get with you, being the best language I can probably put to it. And it's just like in the advances they made, and like clearly tried to sleep with him. It's like, I don't know. Like, I'm glad the main character. I'm glad he turned it down. But it's just like, dude, like Agane, you gotta stop. And again, the first time I was like, okay, maybe she's not sure. But it kept kind of going to the point where it got kind of annoying, especially towards the end, where like, look, if this is gonna be a harem, this is gonna be a harem. That's cool. That's fine. But the thing is, the premise is set up to where it's like, oh, like he clearly wants to be with like her, and she wants to be with him, and so the fact she keeps trying to railroad herself is just kind of annoying. But you know, I would watch a season 2. Overall, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good season. I again, the initial episode gave me like Nisekoi kind of vibes a little bit. And I love Nisekoi. I love Nisekoi to death. It's one of my favorite series. But again, I feel like it stumbled a little bit in some of its parts, but I still really liked it overall. Overall, I thought it was a pretty good good season for sequels. There were some new seasons that came out. Like it's not my thing, but everyone Soul Leveling I heard was pretty good, and like there were some other things like Sakamoto Days I heard was good. But those are just mine. Those are just 2 that I watched, and the 4 series overall I watched. If y'all have any recommendations, y'all think that, hey, you might like this, or that like you thought that I missed and that I really like, or just something you want to recommend, just throw them in the comments and let me know what y'all watched. I will upload a video for spring season. I want to wait until I watch all the initial episodes for spring. It looks like it's going to be a good spring season. I don't think it's going to be too different from winter, but we'll see. We should get some good seasons this spring season too. Let me know what y'all thought of this the winter season. If y'all have any recommendations for spring, throw them down below, and I'll see y'all on the next one. I'll upload that video on the spring season soon. Take care, y'all.